Living room conversation.
If you're live in a room, isn't it a living room?
Howdy everyone, I'm Joshua Fields Milburn.
I am Ryan Nicodemus, and together we are the Minimalists.
Welcome back to Living Room Conversations. We're here in Ryan's living room today, and we have a special Halloween.
We have a special Halloween episode. This one's going to be really Spooktober-ish.
Madison asks us a question. She says, what are the Minimalists going to be for Halloween?
Man, we live in Los Angeles, and they have like this awesome Halloween parade.
Mm-hmm.
I think that...
Where is it?
I think it's on Santa Monica. Now, it's so weird. It's like... I feel like it's like when I went to go watch the ball drop with Stan Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like him and I knew what we were getting into with so many people.
Right.
But it's like we really wanted to go and have that experience. So we flew to New York and watched the ball drop, and I would never do that again because it was just like so many people. And I imagine that's how Halloween's going to be in Los Angeles. But it's one of those things where I feel like it's kind of like the spot for Halloween. But I don't think I'm going to dress up. I know.
Yeah, I'm a damn adult.
Yeah. No, I actually, you know what? There is one costume I would love to do, man. Is it
politically themed?
No, there's a show called Trailer Park Boys. And
from Canada.
Yeah, they live in Toronto, and this show it's kind of like I feel like it's a parody of how I grew up. I mean, it's a much hyperbolic version of the situation I was in.
Yeah, like a literal trailer park.
Living in a trailer park, having, people around me always coming up with these crazy illegal schemes and, just a really kind of dysfunctional home. But there's this character on there, his name is Julian. And I mean, dude, he could be my brother, dude. So and plus he wears all black.
Uh-huh.
And
so wait, you're kind of dressed like him now?
Kind of, sort of. I mean,
you need like a gold chain or something, right?
I need a gold chain. I'd have to like straighten my hair, and I think I'd like have to get my black jeans on instead of these sweatpants. But yeah, I'm pretty much. Oh yeah, he has a goatee too, and that's really what it is. It's all about me having an excuse to shave down to a goatee and be like, oh, it's part of this part of my Halloween costume.
Wait, I remember we were living in Montana and you dressed up as Luigi.
No, oh, I did. That's gotta be the lamest costume I've ever.
All you have is like a green and white shirt.
Yeah, it was so lame,
you had
dude.
no facial hair.
I had no, yeah.
You had a bunch but there are a few Halloween stories I remember. So my daughter's 5 now, Ella, and she's going as Elsa this year. Even though she's never seen the movie Frozen, she's too terrified to watch it.
Yeah.
But she loves Elsa.
Oh.
She has been marketed to. Just so much that she's absorbed the sort of Elsa culture via osmosis.
Yeah.
And so I remember the first time she went trick or treating, though, she was 3 years old, so it was a couple of years ago. And I kept asking her what she wanted to be for Halloween, and sometimes she'd say, "I want to be a dragon," and not a dragon, a dinosaur. She wanted to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
And the other time she wanted to be a princess, and she kept oscillating between princess. Princess, dinosaur. So ultimately, we got her both costumes.
Minimalist.
Yeah, we're good minimalists. And we used pieces of each. She was a dinosaur princess.
Genius.
And she loved it.
I remember. Is that on your Instagram stories? Maybe.
It might be. I'm not sure. It's definitely out there somewhere.
That's such a good idea. I think that's a really good example too for parents who are trying to. Instill maybe this minimalist concept or this deliberate concept. I mean, what you're showing me there is that it was more about adding value to Ella's life and helping her have a really cool experience, one that she really wanted to have. It wasn't you enforcing your principles on her, saying, "Oh no, we're minimalists. You have to choose one costume."
Yeah, or no costume at all.
Right, exactly.
Or you can't enjoy this experience. And here's the thing. This is one of those cases where buying something actually enhanced the experience
100%.
for her. I know recently her and her mother, Rebecca, were carving pumpkins. And, Bex and I are very sort of like... we want everything to be clean and tidy and neat, and carving pumpkins is not a clean, tidy, neat experience.
There's nothing not messy about that.
And we let her carve a pumpkin this year on her own. Like her mom drew like the outline of an owl on it and
Oh.
let her carve out what, I don't know, just looked like a random shape. But letting go of that as well so that your kid can enjoy that experience. Letting go of the sort of anxiety around, well, yeah, because you know me, I'm like, either do it right or let me do it.
Right. Yeah.
That is my mentality, and not just with kids, but with everyone. But letting it go, it was part of actually enjoying the experience. One other story that comes to mind with Halloween. I was living back in Dayton, Ohio. This was right after you got laid off in the corporate world. So I'd been gone from the corporate world for 6 months or so.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that, but yeah.
And I was living downtown Dayton in the Oregon district, and I didn't know it was Halloween. I didn't think about it, and I went out to get dinner.
It's a madhouse on Halloween in the Oregon district.
And I thought like it was the zombie apocalypse.
They shut down the street and everything, man. Like,
and because I live 2 blocks from 5th Street, and so 5th Street is where it's really crazy. But what would happen is the zombies and other creatures would spill over onto Green Street and 6th and all of these other places, and all of a sudden I just see like random zombies walking through the park. It was the most surreal experience, like all of these strange double takes. And I guess Halloween ultimately is whatever you want to make it, but it is. If you have kids, it's definitely an experience. It's one of those times where, you know what, they're gonna have candy. They're going to.
They're gonna want to dress up. They're gonna want to buy a costume.
Yeah. And by the way, you're gonna have kids knock on your door, and they're gonna want candy, and it's really about enjoying the experience. And if we put up all these barriers, they're just self-imposed barriers. And for me, I'm not gonna dress up as anything, but if I wanted to, that would be fine.
Well,
I'd probably just wear a loincloth.
Well, what if I could let's go to the parade together, and maybe I could talk you into dressing up as a slutty nurse.
We hope you enjoyed these living room conversations. If you have a question for living room conversations, we're going to answer as many of these as possible. Leave it below in the YouTube comments. If you like these answers, feel free to subscribe to the Minimalist YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
The Minimalists.